Hey guys and girls, how you're doing today? It's your boy Too Lazy for Life, back with the Kara no Kyoukai movie reaction series. And this time it's gonna be a big one, so I hope you guys strap in, alright, and enjoy, because you and I are gonna be here for a while. This one is 2 hours long. We're on movie 5 now, Paradox Paradigm, okay? It's an actual movie, not what they call a movie, and it's being a 45-minute OVA or some shit like that. This is a legit 2-hour feature-length film. I have no idea what the hell it's going to be about. I have no idea what to expect. All I know is from the preview, we've got a proto-Kirei that literally has the same voice as Kirei, but he's known as Araya Soren or something like that. He looks like another church executor. And yeah, speak of the devil about a proto-Shiro that I was joking on about in the previous movies. Nope, the show's like, I got you, bro. You want a proto-Shiro? Here's a proto-Shiro. So we've got even Shiro in this movie. Like, oh my god, we just got done with proto-Sakura, man. And now we've got a Shiro as well. So yeah, I mean, based on the title, Paradox, Paradigm, Paradox, Time Travel, endless loops of stuff, I guess, aka something that my mind doesn't work very well with. Paradox, time traveling, and anomaly stuff. It's gonna glitch my brain out real hard if things are start gonna get, you know, logically making no sense, and everything's gonna go all loopy, and then the space-time continuum starts breaking down, and then everything starts making no sense. My brain.exe is not gonna like that very much. All right. So, 4 movies in. The overarching story so far, I don't think I know what that is. I guess it's just a series of murder mystery investigations and supernatural themes thrown in to further expand upon the Nasu-verse, the Type Moon universe's worth of lore and mechanics. That's what I could get out of it. And we're following this girl Shiki, going on some mystical adventure with her and his boyfriend, I guess, Cock, that got roped into all of this ever since that Study of Murder Part 1 backstory origin story movie, where he just suddenly one day decided to go and find out what this girl Shiki is all about. Dug himself too deep in the rabbit hole, and now he can't get out. So he's now sucked into Shiki's chaotic roller coaster ride of a world. And I guess he likes it. Alright, I mean, he was close to getting stabbed and died, but it looks like he liked it. So, the guy's got weird tastes. But I'm not gonna lie. Shiki, alright, when she's not out to kill you, she's a pretty cute girl. Okay, and she shares the same voice as Jan. Okay, so... Hey, you win some, you lose some. You got to trade off some features for other features, right? Yandere girlfriend, but got so many good traits as well. Very hard to pass up. Okay, so I can respect Cock's decision to want to just keep on stalking and tailgating her and get his nose stuck up her ass on her every single day life. Oh yeah, just one other thing to mention before we start. Okay, is the fact that this Arya Soren guy, okay, he appeared in the post-end credit scene, right? And seemed like he was the one responsible for setting up everything from the previous 4 films. All the things to do with the deaths, all the things to do with the crazy characters like Proto Sakura, and also the girl that was lying in the hospital bed, right, in the first movie, that then went out and started floating around as a ghost and sending people off the cliffs, off the rooftops to their deaths. It seems like this Arya Soren guy orchestrated it all, set it all up. But that's what it seemed like to me. So maybe this is the overarching grand villain of this entire franchise and this entire series, whatever. So yeah, this movie gonna be a lot. All right, I hope I don't have to end up talking about it for like an hour afterwards, and then it ends up being like a 4-hour recording. Let's just pray that I can get through this in a relatively due fashion, efficient, speedy amount of time. All right, So before we get started, guys, as always, this is a movie reaction. Okay, I don't think I need to explain myself, but I have to. If you are brand new to this video and to this channel, okay, you haven't been keeping up with the Kara no Kyoukai or any of the movie series so far, and you only just stumbled upon this video first, then it's a movie reaction. So let me just tell you that there is no footage if you're watching on YouTube. It's just going to be a black box covering where the footage used to be for any other show, and a timer and a little slit at the bottom for you guys to read the subtitles. So better referencing and better, you know, aligning your videos with mine. That's the important part, aligning your video with mine. Get your own copy of your movie ready, and then sit back and watch it alongside with me. All right, because otherwise it's going to be a pretty silent, mundane experience for you with just the timer and no footage, no context, and you just watch and listen to my reactions randomly. Unless that's your thing. I'm pretty sure for most people it isn't. All right, so that's all I want to say, guys. So I hope you have that movie ready. Okay, so we're going to get started now. I'll see you guys in 2 hours, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, it's going to be a while. Alright, so Paradox Paradigm, Movie 5, okay, of Kara no Kyoukai. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, jump straight into the title drop. The logo drop. Oh, just jump straight into a bootleg Shiro there. Why are you eating her ice cream? Who are you, bro? Stole the car. What a fucking noob. Oh. Yorokobe shonen. And he even looks a little bit like Kira as well. The fuck? Oh my god. Couldn't have asked for an any more edgier opening, man. The heck happened there? What, he just killed his fucking parents? Nani? You're not gonna like what you find going into that last one, love. Oh, get it right? Paradox. Oh boy, gonna be some fucking trippy ass time traveling shit then, huh? You should have taken a camera with him. Oh, cool. We got Proto Kiritsugu here, and we got Proto Kyurei. It all fits. It all comes together. Tomoe. Oh, who's the other character that I know of that's called Tomoe? Oh, Shigaraki, right? Not that that has got anything to do with Oh, that's you! Thought your name was Emiyashiro! That looks nothing like it. But then again, neither is Asagami Fujino. That's not. That's not. Ah! 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 Even I felt that, man. Just casually kill the other dude. Oh shit! I'm pretty sure the dude that he had to deal with is dead. Oh, my eye, man. Can't stop twitching it now. Fucking... It's like when somebody gets kicked in the nuts, you feel it as well. Take me home with you. I'm sure Cocktail wouldn't like that. Anata wa watashi no master ka. Get it? Because apparently you can get her and fucking fake go as a servant, however the hell that makes any sense. What's that? It's like, what class would that be? An assassin? I killed someone. She's like, someone? Rookie numbers, bro. I've committed genocide. I still can't get over that fucking thumb, man, to the fucking eye. Like, you know your eye's connected, like, directly to your brain, right? So when you do something like that, not only will your eye fucking explode, okay, but the back shot, the nervous impact will go shocking right back into your brain. Your brain's instantly gonna fucking rupture as well. And then you send his fucking skull splat right into the fucking concrete wall. You're preaching to the wrong person, bro. Man, some of these shots, man, he looks literally almost just like him. Yeah, it's your house key, right? Unless it's something completely different. Or you've forgotten what it's for. Either that guy's right now just like, you know, constantly having this PTSD flashback of that moment. Or we're not seeing it on screen and he's just reliving that fucking moment over and over again. Huh? Seems pretty well. I mean, for somebody that would relive the moment where it looks like her mum's gonna stab him in his death and then he has to go and fucking butcher the whole family, he seems a bit, you know, stable. It only took what, Mr. Hyo-in Kyoma-kung and Subaru to just witness death maybe like a couple of times for them to start going loopy. It's the key to my shed. No, your name is Emiya Shiro. Excuse me? Where'd you get that money from? You know how expensive fucking Haagen-Dazs is? That was like 40 tubs of it. I know that they're the small ones, but I'm like... Oh, you're gonna eat more, huh? Good to know Shiki still wears girly underwear. But she doesn't wash any of it. Why does she even... She's got no tits though, right? She's fucking flat as an ironing board. Okay, sure. Wear fucking bra anyway, rather than your, what is it? Your chest wraps, bandage straps, huh? So... That's an interesting life you live right there, Emiya Shiro. You just go over to her house every single day, eat Haagen-Dazs, and then have to go do her laundry. Man, Shiro's come a long way. He went from this to being a champion of justice. Wow. Okay, so he's just having that same recurring nightmare then. What an edgy ass girl, man. She likes killing people. Huh? And this is like after everything else right now, right? Dump all your worries on him. How about your friend, huh? You think he likes having all of your worries dumped on him? Because you love him? Yeah, you sure do. Fucking jack yourself off at night at how you dismembered everyone during the day. That's part of your 9 to 5 day job, I guess. Also, her fucking lying there, man. Oh, even though she's a fucking psychopathic killer, she's still fucking hot. Please, by all means, okay? Stab me. And fucking kill me in my sleep. Wait, what? Mr. Cock, okay, definitely has some weird fetishes. Oh shit. Fucking it's Willy Wonka. Holy shit. Damn, that's straight up legit Willy Wonka, man. Because I'm in love with you. Oh! Hey! Called that like 1 second early. Somewhere in the world, cock is like, I feel a disturbance in the force. Hey! Hey, I just realized! Hey! That shot right there! He sleeps just like Shiro in the shed, and it's even the same camera panning moment of them, him, you know, waking up at like the start of episode 1. Oh, what the fuck's... Ugh! What the fuck's wrong with your family, bro? Of course they're warm. Why do you think your internal body temperature's like 30-something degrees? I'ma go out and do my business, alright? Kill some more people. Is there some meaning behind that clock? 9th of November. Maybe the date's got any... Oh. I guess the clock coming out every single time just represents repetition. Symbolic for just looping or something. So you saw your mum then. But this happens clearly after, he says, like, after he's already killed his parents at the start of the movie. What an ominous looking building in the middle of the city, huh? Twisted. It's not real. I mean, those two should have just looked and see who's at the door frame, right? What the fuck? So what? This whole building is an illusion? Oh my god, what the this is such a dysfunctional family, man. Wow. What is this fucking skit, man? Get fucking panned. Oh man, just no camera changes, no nothing. It's just fixated on that one same scene, and then there's no music either. I don't know why, but it just looks so comedic. I thought she was gonna go reach for the knife. I didn't realize I didn't know that she was gonna reach for the fucking frying pan, man. Oh, this is so fucking depressing. She's completely mind broken, lost her shit. What? I don't get it. A bounded field. I didn't get anything about that. That was so the elevator doesn't actually go up. The building spins or something like that. So that was the reason why the burglar never found the family. They've been dead for 6 months. What? This whole building is full of fucking zombies? They're all just diving off the building, man. Yeah, you know, that one can just casually hold a fridge over its head. What are these things? Huh? They're not dead apostles. In the Type Moon universe, what the heck are these things? Just because they're clearly dead. Yoro Kobe Shonen. You can't see the lines of death on him. In this world, Kirei is a mage, not an executor. So this dude's been living the same week for how long, but it's actually been 6 months. Nani? He had an extra. She had an extra knife tucked away in that arm. Oh no! Oh. I've lived over 200 years. Oh my god. Wow. First time was. What? What? So that last moment there represents the end of end of the well the chronology of events in this film. Now we're just gonna go back to the start again but from a different perspective. Oh, a school in London. He used to he used to be a priest of heresy. Oh my god. Wow, so you three used to study at the clock tower. Oh great. That's great. Another loony fucking magus that's trying to reach the root, the origin of all creation. And so she used to go to school with she used to go to school with Kyoukai and Willy Wonka. An ultimate bounded field. The ultimate goal for all magi is to reach The root. Vortex of raid. Yeah, the root. Okay, fuck whatever the hell that was. Okay. Yeah, the origin of all creation. That's what I fucking like to call it. Point zero. Everything begins and ends there. Because it's infinite. Right? Zero. Someone did reach it. Well, how did the Einsteins get the third magic then? Well, no, they okay, yeah, okay, I guess. Well, no, but they got it and then they lost it. So clearly they had it for a while, right? What do you even get for reaching the root, huh? Just some overpowered, hacks ability like Heaven's Feel. And since it's called the third magic, clearly there's a second and first magic. What are you trying to say? It better be. It's the first if you fucking just pull and now stole for me. Oh. The other one was a male. Well, that makes a little bit more sense. I mean, she was kind of a bit tomboyish. They're all dead. They used to live in fucking cemeteries and morgues before Kotomine Kirei decided to what are you getting at, huh? Are you into yaoi? Huh? Something I should know about your tastes? Ah, I can't follow, guys. Fucking staircase spiral thing. Well, I'll leave it to you big brain detectives in the comment sections, alright, to go and explain that to me. Because I'm starting to get real fucking lost now. Right? So so they're supposed to the elevator's supposed to take them to the other side, right? The east wing or the west wing. But instead they end up on the opposite side. Everyone's reliving the same bunch of days over and over again, and with each passing one, my brain gets increasingly more confused. Alright. That is true, but I've never lived in a high rise, so I wouldn't know. She designed it. Oh, you mean a push pencil? Even I didn't know what a fucking rocket pencil was. That literally makes no fucking sense, man. Like, how does... Oh, you got a parking ticket. Such a shame. Oh. I don't even know what's going on anymore, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. My mind's gone. Alright. I've completely lost it. This is so fucking confusing. Ignore him. Don't say a word. Oh, it's some kind of invisibility ring. Alright. What? How can you make a bounded field in that building to control... Oh, that's interesting. We're talking about the counterforce. Oh. Oh. What? Ski is connected to the root. Once again, we have just another crazed ass mage, alright, that's gone loopy. Where's Lord El Meloy and his gang when you need him? To silence yet another one of these mentally ill psychotic mage patients. Speaking of which, right? The root, right? So they said that Shki's origin is nil, is 0. Right? You know, like how Kiritsugu's origin is like rip and tear and reconnection and whatever. Irreversible change. So Shki's origin is nothingness. The void. And I was told, like, you know, you can change your origin if possible. Like how Shiro's origin somehow got changed to swords. So what? Shki's origin changed to nil when she died? Well, when she was borderline dying. Right? In, what was it, movie 4? She was floating in that dead space that looked like, somewhere inside the Holy Grail with the whole portal in the sky blue ring thing. Ugh. I ain't got no fucking clue what's going on anymore. Oh, I see Emiya's been at work again. A wasteland of corpses. I can't save anyone. Holy shit, I can just rip out the fucking Unlimited Blade Works references left and right. Fate Zero references left and right. So if Shki's origin is absolute nothingness, the void, or also known as the root, then, well, if she's the root, then, well, if she is part of the root or connected to the root, don't you think that's the kind of a bit overpowered? Huh? Oh yeah, it provoked deranged mental derangement, alright? My brain stopped working ages ago. I still got an hour left of this fucking film, man, and I... This is like some Inception level shit. It took me about 12 watches of Inception until I finally, like, properly understood what the fuck I was watching. repeating their deaths over and over again, I will reach the root. Do you know how many other crazy ass scientists? The root. Yeah, true wisdom. Enlightenment. That's what all mages wish to find, or hope to find, when they reach the root. For some fucking reason, I'm starting to just randomly start dying in the middle of this fucking movie. Death, taxes. That's. I know death and taxes. I don't know what the three you're talking about. Oh, you dead. Oh. Oh, what? You die in this? Oh, I ripped off her head! Oi! Oh, I ripped off her. He's sitting on a fucking throne, a fucking pile of dead bodies, severed heads in these, like, jars. Yeah, he can jack himself off to that severed head. It looks like something Willy Wonka would do. She's finally mine. Holy shit, all you fucking mages are just so screwed up in their head, man. He's just sitting on the throne of fucking heads. What the hell is wrong with you? Huh? Oh, what? She's dead. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. And died in such a gruesome way as well. What other series did I see where somebody just shoved their fucking fist right through somebody's torso? Was it Fate? I don't remember. Okay, so oh, that's so sad. Wow. Yeah. Your origin story. Ill fortune indeed. Yeah, I'm speechless, man. That is one sad, depressing backstory. So his dad, I mean, his dad technically was in the wrong from the beginning. Why were you fucking getting a job without a proper license? This was all clearly your fault to begin with, not having that license and getting a job as a fucking driving instructor or something like that. Based on that was the dude, right? That cock was sitting next to, right? Every time he stalled the car, I thought it was a taxi to begin with, but it looked more like a practice car, right? So he lost his driving license, or he never had one, and then he lost his job. And then the next thing you know, he gets into a car accident and ends up killing somebody, and he didn't have a license, so he couldn't, there was no insurance. So he had to pay for all the damages out of his own pocket, which was probably a pretty hefty sum of money. And he didn't have any money to pay for that. So, and everyone now found out in the local neighborhood that he's a murderer, so they had to keep on changing houses, and eventually their family's mental integrity and mental health started to break down, and Proto Shiro just kept locking himself in his room and just not wanting to have anything to do with it, not supporting his parents, and then eventually everything fell apart. His dad became just a drunk, washed up loser while his mum was working in a fucking supermarket trying to pay the bills. And then eventually they all just snapped one day and then everyone died. Oh, such a shame, man. You know what they say? Your life is just one paycheck away from going wrong. For most people, anyways. Everyone lives their life one paycheck at a time. The moment that next paycheck doesn't come, your life is over. Everyone has two demons that they have to deal with in their waking existence: death and taxes, and also you know having to pay all of their monthly living expenses on top of taxes. So fucking depressing, man. Oh damn. I bet Cock didn't think that he was gonna see that. A severed head. Ah! 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 What are you doing? Ah, that's two eyes in one movie. Ah! All you mages are the same. You fucking lunatics, man. Your like lifelong goal to try and reach the root have made you all fucking insane. Damn. This dude has holy shit, that's a lot of dead bodies. Oh my god, there must be like a couple thousand brains in this room. Wait. Wait. So that moment, oh, I'm so fucking confused. That moment right there was when the Miss Toko-san walked in and saw Cocteau, like, with his head splattered against the wall by him. And then he goes and fights against this blonde dude, Willy Wonka, and, but then how did he get that fucking head? Like, yeah, this moment, right? And he splats his head against the wall. Ah, yeah, and then she walks in, and then they had their, you know, their 2v1, and then that's how she died. Oh, can you stop that? How are you not dead yet? Holy shit, Cocteau's fucked. Another washed up, salty loser of a mage. Yeah, what the fuck? That... You're also deceased. Well, yeah, because, well, I guess the part where the mum, you were a doll this entire time. You were indeed stabbed right there in your sleep. Why did your arm just fall off? Huh? Yeah. You're supposed to be dead. Well... Well, yeah, because everyone's living the same week over and over again. Your own plan, your own... Yeah, it's a contradiction. A paradox. Oh. Oh, so that previous... Well, that... Well... Brain.exe is not working anymore. What the fuck is this movie, man? Anyone else confused as fuck as I am when you first watched this? I don't fucking get most of this. I hate time travel. This is literally Inception. I can't deal with paradox and looping and shit like that, man. My brain just will just instantly haywire. Oh, cauterizing an entire fucking severed arm. Oh, I'm cringing, man. Bring it on. The final showdown, Shiro versus Kirei. I wish this spiral was a paradox. It is a paradox. What the fuck are you talking about? What'd you think I've been having to sit through for the last 1.5 hours of this movie? What happened? Your body stopped working now for some reason. Your origin is worthlessness. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, goodbye, Shiro. I'll see you in another series where you'll be not so worthless, alright? Your origin will change from worthlessness to swords. Oh. So this dude's plan the entire time was to capture Shiki and take over her body. Since apparently she's connected to the root, and therefore, what better way? Alright? What better way to try and reach the root as a delusional, deranged magus than to embody somebody that is literally connected to the root itself? Huh? Holy sh... I can't even hear myself speak. What the fuck? The volume suddenly just got really loud. Damn, she went from a short sword to a long sword, a Chun Chun Maru to an Excalibur. Shiki with a little tiny knife was already bad enough, but now you're gonna give her a fucking katana? As if she wasn't already overpowered enough. Well, actually, in that case, if she is a fake ghost servant, then she's a saber then, right? Well, I mean, saber with the samurai sword, but she still probably would have been an assassin if she's stuck with a little tiny knife. I highly doubt it's any other classes. Damn. Oh, rip the 1 million brains in the frickin' basement, man. Oh, right! Kyoukai, right? Kyoukai keeping dead bodies in the basement. Hey, that's another reference I just managed to pull out right there. He's not a priest. He's not at the church, but he's still in a building, still wearing the same outfit, and he's got a fucking fuck ton of dead bodies hidden in the cellar. Why do you so seek... I'm gonna try that again. My English didn't work right there. Why do you so desperately seek the root? Great. That's great. Another one of these loonies, huh? He tried to save. He's like Zoken. He just wanted to save. Hey, look, it's Kyoukai, but he's proto Zoken. All right. He wanted to save everybody. Okay. All he saw was a wasteland of corpses. If he could just reach the root and then remove the whole sense of suffering and unhappiness, despair, save everybody. So he lived 200 years. Then he could finally feel peace. Another dude that's like, oh, humans don't have to suffer anymore if humans don't exist, right? For it! What an absolute foolproof strategy. Nobody will have to suffer if nobody exists anymore, am I right? And that's what I'm gonna do when I reach the root. Oh my god, how many times am I gonna have to see the same fucking story over and over again? Damn. Maybe you should ask her to make you one. Off to the next Fate series. I'll see you guys in church. Bye for now. I'll see you guys on Sunday, okay, for your morning sermons. In some other world, I see myself meeting some ginger kid. Just like the one I met in this show. There's also this arrogant, egoistic, narcissistic blonde dude. right, that I had to make friends with. God. Got a lot to talk about when this movie's over, man. Got a lot to talk about how I didn't understand a lot about this movie. Not so much about how I did understand this movie. I have no fucking clue what the hell I've just been sitting through for the last, like, 1 hour and 50 minutes. This is so fucking... What is this? Sitting in some mirrored plane? Hmm. Oh, that was it? Wow, Calafina 5 for 5 right now. I guess they're gonna sing the entire movie series. Like how Amos sang the entire Heaven's Feel series. What an honor. 7 films. They're gonna sing the ending. That is some kill streak right there. Damn, this song slaps, bro. I'm already loving it. Holy shit. We'll talk when the ending's over, okay? I want to listen to this song. It sounds really, really good. Oh, hey. More post-end credit scenes. Oh, shit. Moving to second base, boys. Paradox paradigm. More like splitting headache. Okay. Fairy tale? Alright. Okay. Oh my god. Wow. Based on that preview, I mean, it was definitely giving off some, like, Rin's adventure vibes, right? And if I had to, like, try to desperately find somebody to pin as Proto Rin, she's the closest that we've gotten so far as to what a Proto Rin is, alright? We've got Proto Sakura, we've got Proto Shiro. I guess that's Proto Rin. And it's like some magical school adventure movie about her in some Magus nun school. I mean, what on earth are those school outfits, man? Those freaking like nun dresses, like what Asagami Fujino was wearing. Oh my god, it just looks so outdated. Or it looks perfectly fine if you're going to church, but not going anywhere else. But yeah, like that preview, it looks a lot like Rin's adventure. We're gonna just take some random detour side story like we did in Fate Zero just to go watch Rin go off on another random adventure for an episode, but in this case, it's going to be a whole freaking movie. I don't know how long it's going to be. If I had to guess, maybe it's another hour-long one at most. I highly doubt it's going to be 2 hours. I don't want to do another 2-hour one, man. Just sitting through this 2-hour movie was already hard enough as it was. Holy shit, my fucking head hurts. Not even funny. Alright, you guys got a whole lot of explaining to do in the comment sections, alright? All of you Type Moon fans, all of you Fate fans, all of you Karano Kyoukai stans, better leave me all your damn essays about, what the hell this movie was about. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to tell you guys what I got away from this movie, what I took away, the messages I got from this movie, but I'm going to be grasping at straws for the most part. This is, like, I'm not going to lie. This has arguably probably have been the most confused I've been sitting through watching something and reacting to it since I started my YouTube channel. Okay. This has literally been the most convoluted, difficult to comprehend crap I can't deal with space-time continuum. You guys know, if you've been with my channel long enough, that I can't deal with time travel. I can't deal with the reality of space-time constantly melding into one, and past, present, and future all become the same thing, and then you get paradoxes and looping and all that shit, right? Even in Steins Gate, things were really, really difficult at times for me to think about. I can't deal with it, man. Just time travel instantly messes with my brain when you do it in a fashion like this. Reliving the same cycle days over and over and over again. My brain's gonna eventually, brain.exe gonna crap out eventually when you keep running through the same loop like that. It can't. I just can't function like that, bro. Some people can. Some people's minds can think like that very, very easily, very straightforwardly. Not me. Okay, I don't want to be looping. I only want to go from destination point A to point B. If you start looping, brain's instantly just going to stop functioning. So, yeah. Wow, that was a 2-hour film. It definitely felt like it. It definitely didn't feel like time was flying by, man. I felt like I had to tank through this one pretty damn hard. It was quite the struggle. Not gonna lie. Okay, so let me tell you guys what I think about this film. Alright, so we're gonna just get this out of the way first, because I don't want to fucking deal with it later and probably forget. So, from my usual rating standpoints, okay, the visuals, the animation, the soundtrack, the storyline. Soundtrack, as always, is freaking amazing, okay? Like, Yuki Kajiura just knocking it out of the park as always. Very, very good soundtrack throughout this whole film. It's pretty much the same as it has been throughout the whole Kara no Kyoukai series so far. Kajiura, alright, as I said, up there with Sawano. Just never fails, alright, never disappoints with her. Immaculate music, okay? It's just eargasms every time I listen to Kajiura's stuff. And then you have the animation. I mean, not gonna lie, alright, this came out like what? Like 10 years ago? Like, this film in particular, I would say Ufotable did one hell of a good job, considering it was 10 years ago, and knowing Ufotable's history and track record when it comes to them lacking in the animation department back in the day, before the current day, with stuff like Heaven's Feel Part 3 and the current airing season of Demon Slayer. Alright, their animation department a long time ago used to just be very, very mediocre, and it just heavily relied on clever camera work, rotations, and changing of perspectives, and CGI and special effects to make everything look cool. But for this particular movie, even I could tell that it was a step up from what I usually see from Ufotable's, pretty like just generic and ordinary looking just movement of characters, frames, animation, whatnot. Very, very, I would say it's a very, very good thing. So, like, soundtrack, it's a solid 9 out of 10. Animation, solid 8.5, 9 out of 10. Visuals, I mean, it was a decade ahead of its time. All right, I don't know what it was like for you guys if you saw it at the time it came out 10 years ago and you looked at that. All right, 10 years ago, most anime still looked like Code Geass. All right, 10 years ago in terms of their visual quality, and then you go look at this 10 years ago, like, this is clearly alien technology, hence why Ufotable. There's clearly a UFO in their studio's basement that they're harvesting for futuristic parts for them to get an entire generation ahead of the anime industry, ahead of the curve, ahead of the competition. That's what I think. How on earth are they just that good at making their stuff look literally just better than everyone else's stuff by a landslide, to the point where 15 years later and everyone else finally caught up to them, and you go look at their thing 15 years ago, it still passes off as the modern day standard. That was just how far ahead Ufotable has been, and still continues to be right now in their visual department. Alright, and finally the storyline, and that's what we're going to lead on to now. We're going to talk about for the next 30 minutes or so, and me just trying to wrap my head around what the fuck I was just watching for the past 2 hours. The story, I mean, I could say the story was like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, in the same way that I said Inception was a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 the first time I watched it, because, not because I understood it, but because it was so complex and it made my head hurt that you just perceive it to be a masterpiece because of just how horribly hard it was to understand. And therefore, for some reason, that means it's good. Okay, I mean, in hindsight now, I mean, yeah, like in hindsight, Inception was indeed a 10 out of 10. So maybe if I watch this film another 12 more times in order for me to fully understand what the fuck was going on, maybe it is also a 10 out of 10. And that you're supposed to be this confused the first time round you're watching it. I don't know. Any of you guys confused the first time you watched this film? Or did you fully understand what was going on? Because I couldn't fully understand what was going on with it for the life of me. Alright, so the story. Movie 5. Alright, this movie is indeed after the first 4, so we don't have to do any more difficult putting this movie, fitting it into somewhere in between the first 4 movies. Where does it go? And then have even more stuff to think about and get confused about. No, this movie is after everything else. So very, very easy, very, very straightforward. We continue on from everything that happened in the previous 4 movies. And we're at the present day. Okay, we're not doing another 1 to 2 years, 1 to 2 months, going backwards, rewind, flashback. Okay, prologue, prequel movie. All right. So this movie explains why the dude, all right, Proto Kyoukai, had gone around and set up the first like 3 movies with the girl in the hospital bed, and also the Proto Sakura going around causing havoc. It was all to do with luring out Shiki. Okay, so in the grand scheme of things, TLDR, why did this dude do what he did? He set up this whole giant high-rise complex building to reach the root. All right, like that is the simplest way I can put this whole movie in a nutshell. It's just another episode of Lord El Meloy. Okay, it's a 2-hour movie version of Lord El Meloy. It's just a fucking another deranged, delusional, psychotic magus, all right, trying to hopelessly, again, in futility, try to reach this thing known as the origin, the root, the Akashic records, or whatever. They call it so many things, but I just call it the point zero, the origin of all creation, the origin of the universe, where everything begins and ends. Okay, it's the point where everything in the space-time and reality was forged, and therefore it holds the answers to everything. And since from what I've seen from the whole Type Moon universe and just the whole nature of the mindset of a magus, all right, their whole life goal being a mage is to reach enlightenment, reach the pursuit of knowledge. And therefore this mage is no different from all the other loony mages that we've seen so far in the Fate universe and the Nasu verse. I mean, we got to meet plenty of them in Lord El Meloy. Waver had to go hunt down so many fucking crazy ass mages within the Clock Tower society. So this crazy ass mage, okay, he, like all the other ones, wants to seek out knowledge, and what better place to find it than at the origin of all creation. That basically holds the answers to everything. It's basically like a mage's wet dream. All right, it is the gold mine of knowledge. And in order to reach that root, in order to reach that origin, this dude sets up this fucking high-rise complex, okay, that has this weird spiraling system, which we'll go into a little bit more in a minute. All right, and the whole point of this building is that people in it will just live out the same like week over and over and over again. So the cycle keeps going over and over and over again. And really, get it? Cycle? Cycle? What's a cycle? It's a circle. What's a circle? It's a big fat 0. It's nil. It represents infinity. It's a loop. And therefore, if infinity goes around long and long and long enough, then eventually space-time and reality will crap out. And then hopefully this guy will go and reach the root. Okay, it's like just spinning round and round with the fucking Christopher Nolan's Interstellar music. All right, and Inception music going boing, boing, and then bass drops and all of the other, all of the other just Inception meme shit. Okay, and then eventually this dude will find himself in absolute nothingness, in the void. Okay, the space-time continuum of just the origin of all. I don't even know where the fuck I'm going with this right now. As you can guys see, I'm a little bit gone insane. Brain.exe is not working right now, man. This movie's just fucking crapped me out. Okay, so what was I saying? This mage, right? Kyoukai. Yeah, so he wanted to just keep looping in this building all day long, and then eventually he'll find himself at the root, because just, looping into infinity should eventually glitch out the matrix. And also, he set up all of those previous things in the previous 3 movies in order to lure out Shiki, okay? All of these supernatural, abnormal killing anomalies was to just drag out Shiki, because he, for some reason, already knew that Shiki had the mystic eyes, right? Because, well, actually, no. Okay, so from the way I see it, in chronological order, you had the second movie when they first met, and then then she got hospitalized, the 4th movie. And I guess at that moment, during that film, when Shiki got her mystic eyes, this dude, Araya Soren, must have picked up on it and realized that there's an opportunity here, that Shiki is directly connected to the root. Because somehow during that last brief moment between life and death that Shiki experienced, alright, on her deathbed in the hospital, or when she got hit by the car, I don't know which one. But during one of those moments, she came into contact with death, and also somehow got into contact with the root. She managed to travel there during her unconscious phase. Her consciousness, her mind managed to transport itself right back to the origin of all creation. And she got gifted a pair of mystic eyes. That special power activated within inside her. And yeah, that's how she ended up becoming one with the place where all mages right now are trying to so desperately get their hands on, but will just never get to it within a single human span lifetime. Hence why they have to resort to all of these unethical, immoral, abomination experiments to try and extend their life in order to keep on pursuing knowledge, right? With root chasing, right? You saw like Zoken again, another dude that tried to prolong his life, and in fact he did for over 300 years, kept trying to prolong his life in order to reach Zoken. I mean, Zoken initially, I guess he wanted to reach the root in his pursuit to becoming a champion of justice. But then eventually he lost his way, and then all he could think about was just trying to prolong his body a bit more. And then he became too obsessed about immortality and forgot what was his original reason to continue living on, was to get his wish granted, to save all of mankind. Which is actually kind of funny. This guy's literally proto-Zoken as well as proto-Kyoukai, like I mentioned in my reaction commentary, right, during the film. Because he's lived for 200 years. Alright, way longer than your normal human being like Zoken. And it seemed like from his flashback moment there, him standing there in a wasteland of corpses, his initial dream must have been something to do with just not wanting to see people suffer anymore, not wanting to see just a wasteland of bodies. And he just wanted to put an end to the cycle of misery and suffering and death of humans. So what better way than to stop people from suffering if people just don't exist to begin with? That's what I got away from his explanation. How many times have we been told this stupid, psychotic, deranged, twisted mindset story of somebody that wants to quote unquote save the world? Oh, right, of course. It's fucking Amaskara Tosaka Renshiro Kotomine, otherwise known as Marek from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's also known as Artoria, right? The Lion King from Camelot. It's also from Zeke, okay, from Attack on Titan. Everyone that wants to quote-unquote save the world, stop people from suffering anymore. Hey, no one will have to suffer anymore if no one exists. Forehead, what a forehead strategy. Oh, no shit, Sherlock. You don't say, genius. Huh? Thanks for your input, Captain Obvious. Oh yeah, sure. If everyone's dead, no one has to suffer anymore. Philosopher of the century, right there. What an absolute giga brain. What an absolute 5-head. All right. Oh my god. So this dude, yeah, he just wanted to save the world in his own twisted way by stopping the world from existing. That's what he wanted to wish for when he reached the root. Okay, and since Shiki is connected to the root, then yeah, I mean, let's use Shiki then as the catalyst, as the gateway, as he calls it. Shiki is the gateway to the root because she has direct connection to it. She was once there and communed with it. So therefore, tapping into Shiki's body and Shiki's mind, all right, taking that over, this Arya Soren could hopefully use her as a direct ticket to traveling to the root, and therefore fulfill that lifelong goal that every mage wants to do, which is to get there and seek out some knowledge, which, let's be honest, if they actually get there, they probably just will end up thinking that, oh, this wasn't what I was hoping for. I wasted my whole lifetime to search for this thing, and it turned out to be not what I wanted. That would be pretty much the most ironic, but very, 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 very predictable storyline that I could see coming. Somebody that spends their whole life searching for something, and it turns out not to be what they want. Life being a troll, as always. But, you know, there are some people that have reached the root previously, right? Because otherwise, why would you call it the first, second, and third magic? Like Heaven's Feel. So clearly, people have gotten there before. Don't know how they did it, but they gotten there before. And I guess Shiki also got there somewhat and got the mystic eyes of death perception. Okay? So, yeah, TLDR. This Arya Soren guy wants to reach the root, just like any other mage wants to reach the root, get knowledge, alright, get enlightenment. He set up this whole building, okay, put up this bounded field, this weird contraption, architectural design of allowing the building to loop endlessly, repeating the same week over and over again. And on the sideline, he goes and baits out Shiki with these cookie crumb incidences from movie number 1 and movie number 3. And then once he lures Shiki into that building, he goes and kidnaps her, shoves her in that building so that she can't escape. And then hopefully he'll take over her body, and then he'll go reach the root. That's basically what I got from this movie. That's the overarching story, the overarching plot I got from this movie anyways. It's just another Lord El Meloy case file episode plotline. Just another crazy mage that needs to be stopped. Okay, speaking of crazy mages, we got 3 crazy mages in this film, man. We had him, we had Willy Wonka, okay, and we had Miss Toko-san, okay? The 3 of them used to go to university together at the clock tower, it seems. Okay, so once again, the Type Moon universe coming together as one, okay? What we learned in Fate, what we saw in Fate is also here, okay, in this world, okay? Actually, I wonder if there were any Kara no Kyoukai cameos or references in any of the older Fate stuff that I seen back then in Zero and Unlimited Blade Works. I know we saw, you know, the Puppet Master Toko at the end of Heaven's Feel Part 3. Okay, just as a brief cameo, you get to see the backside of her head and her hair and whatnot in the alleyway when Rin and Sakura passed her. But did we see any other Kara no Kyoukai stuff in Fate Zero and Unlimited Blade Works? I don't remember. Or at least, even if it did happen, I wouldn't have known back then because I didn't know who the heck any of these people were. So, yeah, the 3 crazy-ass mages, all 3 of them seem to have been rivals back in the day, as you would, okay? Like, it seems like all of these mages are so stuck up and pretentious and so condescending and arrogant, man. They're just way too overly competitive, wanting to outdo one another, and just don't see each other as, like, mutual friends and best buds. Everyone just has to be an adversary. Has to be a rival. And clearly Willy Wonka didn't like the Scarlet Girl Toko-san so much, okay, because back then Toko used to get all of the awards, all of the praise, all right, and Willy Wonka, he just got shunned to the side and no one could see his true genius, his true brilliance, and he ended up getting super salty over it. And then you had Arya Soren, who used to be a priest heresy, all right, a priest heretic. Yeah, that's Kirei, all right. He used to be a priest, and then he became a mage. Okay, and yeah, that was cool. Getting to see more mages from the clock tower go at it. Crazy ass motherfuckers, man. You thought Fate Stay Night and Rin and all that stuff. Being a mage seemed pretty amateurish. Not gonna lie. Okay, when compared to let's say Fate Zero's mages. This series, Kara no Kyokai's mages. Even got to see some of the mages from Lord El Meloy's case files. It makes Rin look like such a novice, man, even though she's already very, very gifted. All of these mages, man, these are some hardcore killers. Definitely give Kiritsugu a run for his money. Alright, so yeah, let's talk about the spiral staircase thing. You guys gonna need to explain that for me. I completely lost the plot on that. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. So that building, right? That building is split in two halves. All right, there's a yin and a yang, and then the central column is like the lounge area that connects each floor. Or the central spire is the elevator, and at the ground floor, the ground floor is the lounge that connects both halves. That's the only time that you can see both halves of the building, because that's the ground floor. It's completely hollow inside. It connects both halves. The moment you enter the elevator, the roof cuts off the ground floor, and then every single floor of the two halves of the left and the right wing, the yin and the yang halves of this spiraling high-rise apartment complex, you can only get to it via the elevator or the ground floor. But you'll never be able to get to the other side any other way, right? So the elevator's fake. That's what I perceived. That's how I interpreted it, right? The elevator's fake. The stairs are what moves, or is it the building itself rotates? I'm already getting a fucking headache talking about it. Okay. Because you're supposed to be facing one side of the... you're supposed to be facing, what? The left side? The yin side of the... or the yang side of the elevator? But it keeps facing the opposite side? Or some shit like that? Because obviously one side is filled with dead people. So Arya Soren deliberately engineered it like that, so that you can't ever see the other side. Because otherwise you'll be seeing all of the... So one side represents... reality, the side with all of the dead people. The other side represents a dream world. Okay, the ever looping plane of the time span continuum that he just keeps on repeating over and over again. And everyone apparently on that side is alive, but it's all just an illusion. Okay, so yeah, I don't. I don't know, guys. Okay, I don't know what else to say. I don't understand that building. I mean, I understand why that building was made. The general gist of the building. It was just another mage-bounded field experiment contraption to ultimately reach the root. But as to how that building works, I don't understand. Okay, I'm not going to go into any further than that. I don't understand. I'm so fucking confused. My head hurts. You guys can explain it for me. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. If you guys can. If you guys can't, then we'll just leave it at that. I ain't gonna be going searching for answers, man. I can't be fucked. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, like, Shiro's backstory is so sad, man, in this one. Yeah, it was pretty rough, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, sure, it was his dad's fault to begin with, but still not a very, very comfortable to watch story, man. Just seeing, they seem like such a blissful, peaceful, happy family when they were younger, and then everything went to shit. And the moment everything went to shit, everyone's mental health went to shit. And then their family bonds start to break up, and then they all died. Talk about depression. Wow. You must be fun at parties, aren't you, huh? This backstory of Shiro. Holy shit. Well, not Shiro. I keep calling him Shiro. His name is Tomoe Enzo, right? Enzo. One or the other. Alright. So, yeah. You know, the dad didn't have a license to begin with. Took up a job as a driving instructor or something. And, of course you're gonna get found out sooner or later. I don't know how the hell he thought that was a good idea. He should have just gone and found some other honest work. But no. He had to go fake his driver's license. And then he goes and gets into an accident like a few months or years later. And he had no driver's license, so he couldn't get insurance. So he's fucked. Alright, and yeah, his whole life goes downhill from there. And then he starts taking it out on his wife, starts drinking, becoming a fucking addict, trying to cope his life away while his wife goes and works as a fucking supermarket cashier. Such humiliation and disgrace, man. And then their son, okay, Proto Shiro, had to drop out from being an all-star track and field runner. He could have had some successful career as an athlete, but he had to give that up and go work as well part-time somewhere and help pay for the overwhelming amount of debt that they had to pay now because of that unfortunate car accident. And then eventually the parents felt so guilty, and then the son felt so guilty that their whole family life just collapsed. And then he eventually just shuts himself in his room all day long and leaves the mum, abandons the mum all by herself to deal with their family issues and not be there for her and support her. And then eventually she broke down, and then she goes and kills the drunkard father, and then goes and kills her own son, and then goes and commits suicide. Yeah, where's the ray of sunshine in this story? Oh wait, that's the joke. There isn't any. It's just pure depression, man. So sad. Such a shame. And in the end, Proto Shiro realized his mistakes of not being there to support her mom, support her dad. Alright, and it's just so sad. But then again, here's the funny part, right? How does a bounded field, okay? That was the question I wanted to talk about in the movie, but never got my words in. How does a bounded field affect space, time, and reality? That's time travel, right? The guy was living the same. Not just him, but everybody was living the same day over and over again. So it wasn't just within that building that you're just tripping out and think that you're hallucinating living the same day over and over again. It actually did happen in real life. Even when they exited out of that building, they kept looping the same life over and over again. We haven't ever covered this topic in any of the previous Fate works, alright? It was still pretty realistic, even with all the supernatural elements thrown into like Fate Zero and Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel and whatever, but we never actually got to the concept of time traveling. All right, so this was a brand new revelation here, that even in this world you can bend space and time and loop it and some shit. That I didn't know about previously, so that didn't make any sense to me. The fact that somehow that bounded field and Arya Soren's magecraft can also, you know, fuck around with relativity. So yeah, that's something. Okay. I don't think there's a. Man, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I don't have anything else to say, guys. Like, honestly, what else is there about this movie? It was cool, but ultimately I don't get it. Except for what I explained. Just TLDR is just a mage again trying to reach the root. Tried to do it via taking control over Shiki, and plan didn't go according to Keikaku. That's it. That's all I can take away from this. I guess there may be some other deeper meanings behind this movie that you guys can pluck out, but I just want to end the recording. I just want to end the video right here, guys, because my head hurts and I can barely comprehend and compose my thoughts right now. Okay, it was a good movie. Confusing as fuck, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Solid 8.5 out of 10 from me. Alright, maybe 9 out of 10 if I could actually understand what was going on. Maybe I'll bump up that score if one day I decide to watch it again and it makes more sense to me. But for now, it's an 8.5, okay? Because of just the sheer confusion. Alright, so guys, that is it. That's all of my thoughts. That's my reaction to movie 5 of The Garden of Sinners, Kara no Kyoukai, Paradox Paradigm. Alright, hope you guys have enjoyed the reaction, okay? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore right now. Alright, I'm just so confused. So, yeah, guys, alright. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Okay. Join the Discord, join the Patreon as well if you also want to do that. Links are given right down there. Big massive shout out to all of my existing patrons right now supporting me on Patreon. And also last but not least, big massive shout outs to the Sloth Troopers, Tomato and Eden's Musketeer. Alright, and also to the Supreme Sloth supporter, Zozo. Okay, thank you three so much, especially to Zozo being the top dog financial supporter of the Too Lazy for Life Sloth Army right now on my Patreon. Alright, thank you all of you guys, okay, for continuing to support me, okay, in my pursuits to becoming a full-time content creator here on YouTube. Okay, without you guys, I wouldn't be here right now making content for you guys. So thank you all so much. Alright, so that is it, guys. Movie 5, that's all the fat lady says. That's all she wrote. Whatever the fuck you... Man, I gotta wrap this video up real quick, alright? Brain.exe is gonna crap out in a minute, and then I'm gonna fucking flip out. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys all next time for movie number 6, Fairy Tale. Alright, so it's gonna be some weird side story episode with Azaka, otherwise known as Bootleg Proto Rin, and some kind of Rin's adventure day out sort of vibes, sort of side story movie. Okay, so look forward to that, okay, when that comes up next. Okay, but until then, that is it from your boy. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Alright, bye for now.